Guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about if you think she won't come back, watch this video and come back to this video as well. So the thing is that we don't really know, okay? Because it could be that she does come back. It could be that she doesn't come back. There's no way of knowing really 100% for sure without being mind reader. Okay, so sometimes it's a good idea to take some reflection time and to genuinely think about the connection that you had with this woman, and to think, okay, is it likely that she comes back? Because more than likely she may have displayed some behaviors that could let you know if she is likely to come back or not. Okay, so if she's not going to come back, it's likely that she's always displayed a very low interest in you. So if she's always displayed a low interest in you, as in it's always been quite hard to get her out on a date with you, it's always been quite difficult to see her, or if it's like an ex situation, it could be that she was really hell-bent on the breakup and just didn't want to reconcile whatsoever. So those are signs that maybe she won't come back. And it's also as well if it's been a significant amount of time since you last spoke to her and since you last saw her. So if it's been a long time, let's say years, then yeah, and she hasn't come back, right, basically. Maybe you've been applying the no contact rule, you've been doing all sorts of things to try and attract her back and she hasn't come back and it's been years, then yeah, it's likely that it probably will remain that way and she won't come back, and it could be that she's moved on with her life. Okay. But if she does, and you think, oh well, she may come back, there's a possibility there. I mean, she's come back before, or maybe she's still harboring some feelings there, like perhaps her friends often come up to you and ask if you're still dating someone. Maybe she's recently re-added you on social media. Perhaps she sometimes blocks you, then unblocks you, blocks you and unblocks you, and all those kinds of things. Now, there could be a sign. Those could all be signs that she may come back into your life. Okay. So it's very much down to the individual here, okay, into your individual circumstances, okay. But with that being said, because we don't know if she's coming back, and there's no way of really knowing 100%, then we have to put our focus and our attention elsewhere, because there's no point, looking at the days and the weeks of how much time has passed and crossing days off the calendar, because there are some like coaches here online who say that, oh, you should wait a certain amount of days before contacting your ex, like wait a month or wait like 40 days or something like that, or 60 days. And then they say, then you can reach out to your ex or the girl that rejected you or whatever it may be. Now, I personally think that no contact should be forever. If a woman has displayed low interest in you by dumping you or by, losing interest in you, perhaps it was just a woman that you was dating that just sort of disappeared, then you've got to apply no contact forever, because if she wanted to be with you, then she would be. Okay, she more than likely as well, she knows how you feel about her. She probably knows that you didn't want the breakup to happen, or she knows that you're still interested in her somewhat, because maybe you've messaged her, maybe you even voiced that. Maybe you even told her that you're interested in her still. So she knows, right? So you don't need to do any more. She knows how you feel. The only thing that's left to do is to wait for her to come to you. Now, I say wait sort of a bit, because I don't think you should wait. I don't think you should be waiting by the phone and putting your life on hold and putting your love life on hold to see if, just in case she comes back. I don't think it's a good idea to live that way. You got to move on. You got to think forwardly. You got to be forward thinking. You can't be looking back on the past. Okay, and if you do look back on the past, then more than likely it's going to be preventing you from moving on, because you're going to be ruminating about her more. You're going to be still emotionally invested in her. And if you're still emotionally invested in her because you look for photos that you took together, or just her photos on social media, and you look for old messages and you're overanalyzing everything, it's going to prevent you from moving on. It's going to prevent you from moving forward, because you're keeping your emotional investment your emotional investment tank, if you think of it as like a tank, fully invested in her. And you're not even going to be open to finding someone else. You're not even going to be open to doing other things in your life, because you're so focused on that woman who rejected you, dumped you, whatever it may be. So it's all about then depleting that tank. Okay, we've got to get you to deplete that tank so you've got less of an emotional investment. Because if you deplete that tank and you've got less of emotional investment in her, you can then focus and put your emotions into other endeavors, like finding a new woman, dating, or it could be focusing on a side business, or focusing on your health, focusing on other things that are going to empower you and make you feel good. Because more than likely, if you think about this woman and you ruminate about her a lot, mostly your emotions aren't going to be feeling that great. You're not going to be feeling very good about yourself. You're not going to be feeling very good about your life because you want her in your life and she's not there. Okay? So we want you to feel good emotions. We want you to feel empowered. We want you to feel excited about life. We want you to feel excited about the future and not ruminating about the past, which of course can be extremely difficult. I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. It is a tough thing to get over someone, especially a woman that you really, really liked. Okay, it's not an easy thing to do. You know, it takes a lot of energy and will to get yourself out of that state of mind and into a new state of mind. And it takes time. It requires time. It requires, some time to sort of adjust with your new life and your life without her. And it takes time to, really get into your emotions that she could be gone forever and I need to move on with my life. So there are some things, though, that you can do to start to feel better, even as early as today, okay? So one of those things, I want you to get excited about life again. Think of some goals that would really excite you if they happened, right? Some things that would really make you feel really inspired and ambitious and just make you want to get up and enjoy life. So what are some goals that would really excite you? Perhaps you would really like to sculpt your body in such a way that you look like an Adonis, and perhaps that feels really good to you and that really inspires you. Perhaps you want to earn so much money that you can buy, a dream car that you've always wanted, or a dream house or something like that. And think about how you can make that happen and make that a reality. Just think of some goals that would really inspire you and make you feel really awesome about yourself if those things were achieved. And then what you do is you take action and start taking action to make those dreams a reality. Okay? And you take action on those things, preferably every day, so you can stay in that mindset. Okay? So another thing that's really important to do is you've got to learn to enjoy being single, because it could be that you might be single now for a while, right? Especially if you've just had that breakup happen to you, if it was a breakup. But you've got to enjoy being single, because one of the reasons why a lot of people make mistakes when they're dating is because they're desperate for a relationship. Now, I'm not saying that that's you, but it may be some of you watching this video, but it may not be everybody watching this video. But you got to enjoy being single. You got to enjoy how you spend your time, because if you enjoy being alone and you enjoy your lifestyle, like hanging out with your friends and hanging out with your family and doing different things like going to the gym or going to work, and you enjoy those things and those things are fun to you, and perhaps you've got some side projects, you've got some dreams that you like to tackle, and you enjoy basically the ins and outs of your day, the ins and outs of your week, you like how things have been structured in your life, and you enjoy being single, right? When you do date and you do get into a relationship, it's just going to be a lot more easy for you, because you know that you enjoy being single. So if things end, which sometimes they do, and a lot of times they can do, more than likely than not in this day and age, you know you're going to be fine because you enjoy being single. You know how to spend your time. You know how to use that time wisely. You feel good about your life when you're single. You know how to use that time to your advantage. You're not, so if the relationship does disintegrate in some shape or form, it's not going to break you, because you like your life. You like the way things go. Because if you revolve your whole life around a woman or having a romantic relationship, if that romantic relationship ends in whatever way, it's going to destroy you, because you don't have anything else going on with you, right? Because maybe you don't like your job, and so you find escapism in thinking about your romantic life and daydreaming and your fantasies, okay? And that's not a great way to live. It becomes very unhealthy and very unbalanced. So if you've got other things in your life that you enjoy, that you can pull joy from, then, just think of like the 5 things that you most enjoy doing. And especially if they're things that are empowering to you. So let's say you like going to the gym, because obviously going to the gym is a good activity for you to do, because it's good for your body, and you like to do that. It may not be that you like going to the gym, but perhaps you like to swim, perhaps you like to run, perhaps you like to do a martial art, but you like to do some form of body movement and some form of exercise. Then that's one of the things that you can add to that list. And maybe there is a hobby there as well. Perhaps you like to spend a few hours a day, or maybe a few hours a week playing a video game. Then that's fine too, as long as you've got balance and you're not doing it all the time, unless it's part of your job and you're like an internet streamer or something like that. But as long as you've got that balance of, hobbies that perhaps are not always 100% good for you if you do them all the time, but there's something that you do dip into because it's just something that you enjoy. Perhaps you like listening to audiobooks, perhaps you like reading, so you've got to think of things that bring you joy, but also empower you as well. Perhaps you, again, like spending time with your friends, and, perhaps you've got that one friend who really knows how to make you laugh. So you decide that I'm going to spend more time with that friend because that friend really cheers me up and uplifts me, So just find ways to enjoy your life more, find ways to have more fun, find more ways to feel more at peace and stuff. And then it won't matter as much if you start seeing a woman, even if she's really beautiful, and it doesn't work out. It just won't matter as much because you enjoy being single. You know how to spend your time, okay? And you can use that time wisely. So another way then, of course, to help you with this, to help you move on, is to start dating new women, right? If you can find a woman, just imagine if you could find a woman who's way better good looking than this person in question, than this woman. Okay, if she's got better prospects in life, if she's kinder, if she's more funny, whatever the qualities that you'd like her to have more of. Let's say that she's just better than her in every single metric. Okay, how would that feel? You would forget about her so fast, right? Now, I'm not saying that you would forget about her completely, because we never forget about people unless we get like amnesia or Alzheimer's or something, right? So you're not going to forget about her completely, but what will happen over time is that your emotions towards that woman will become less intense. Okay, so it's not like you're going to forget about her, because at some point you're probably going to be driving down the road and you're going to hear a song on the radio and it's going to remind you of her, because perhaps that was one of your songs that you had together. Perhaps it was like a song that played during your first kiss. Perhaps it was a song that just reminded you of her, and you just used to listen to it about because it would remind you of her. You're going to have moments like that. You might drive past a place that you two would go out on a date to, or some place where you met. You're gonna have memories that get triggered in your brain. But the point is that over time, those won't feel so bad. Okay, you'll hear a song on the radio. It may just annoy you. You may just switch the channel over, or you may listen to it because it doesn't bother you at all whatsoever. But it will just remind you, and maybe you'll think about them for a moment or two. You'll think about it for a few minutes, and then you'll just get on with the rest of your day as if nothing happened, right? It's just one of those things. You're not going to just forget about women that you've dated and had feelings for. But if you've got a new woman in your life who's way better than her in every single way, then you're not going to care as much, okay? Because you've got a better woman, and perhaps, she's even better in bed and all these kinds of things. And it's just a way better experience for you to be with this woman than with the woman that you used to like, okay? So finding and dating new women is going to make you feel better about that breakup or her losing interest in you. So basically, this is all about finding a way to enjoy your life. And just think about that. Contemplate that question. Think about, how can I enjoy my life more? Okay. And when it comes to those activities, though, that you want to be doing, make sure that they're activities that do empower you and do make you genuinely feel good. Okay. So the example that I used was like physical exercise. That's always going to be good for you and make you feel more empowered. Okay. Whereas if the way that I enjoy my life is I like to watch Netflix all day and eat pizza. Yeah, that may feel good for like a day or two, but after a while you'll probably start to feel pretty sluggish and feel pretty crappy about yourself. So find activities that, yes, you enjoy doing, but also that are quite empowering, that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel confident. Okay. It could be, again, like working on your side business, or learning a new skill, learning a new language, whatever it is for you. Just find ways to enjoy your life more and to fill up your day with enjoyable activities. Because obviously there's going to be moments where you're going to be doing something that you don't like for example, perhaps you're not too keen on your 9 to 5, perhaps you'd rather be doing something else. But the way that you spend the rest of your day really matters. Okay, so it could be when you're driving to work, instead of listening to the news or something, perhaps you listen to a podcast on something that's really interesting to you, or you listen to an audiobook, or you listen to empowering music that really pumps you up, something really inspirational that makes you feel really good. Just find ways to enjoy your day more, to feel better about yourself. So it doesn't matter so much that this woman has left your life, okay? And just find a way to live a really kick-ass life and just enjoy it, and just create things that you really, really want and see those come to fruition by taking action on them. And I guarantee you'll start to feel a lot better over time. And of course, that's easier said than done. It does require time And if you, especially if you really, really, really did like her. So I'm not saying it's an easy thing whatsoever, okay? And of course you're going to have days where you feel crappy. You know, that's also going to happen as well. You're going to have days where you feel really good, and you're going to have days where you don't feel so good. And that's okay, that's normal. Everyone has those ebbs and flows, and you can't feel fantastic every single day, at every single moment. It's just impossible, okay? But you can at least find more ways and be actively trying to enjoy yourself, rather than just let life happen to you and be swayed by the winds of circumstance instead, rather, you know. So you're consciously trying to find ways to enjoy your life rather than waiting for good things to happen to you. You're making good things happen, okay? And of course waiting for good things too, because the more you make good things happen, the more good things come to you too, okay? But it's all just about being consciously aware of that, consciously choosing to live a better life, consciously choosing to enjoy being single, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like more tips, then I highly recommend that you go and read my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams. You can go read it completely for free on my website, as a lot of you probably know by now. Okay. I have to repeat things though, because someone may be new to the channel and may not know about the book. But so you can go and read this completely for free on my website. All you have to do is go to www.christineloveridge.com and then click on the menu on the website and go to the book. You can click on the book. You don't have to sign up for it. You don't have to log in. It'll just take you straight to the PDF reader and you can read it straight away. All you need is an internet connection. And if you'd like to get the Amazon version, you can go to amazon.com. There's a link for it on the page where the book is on my website. You can buy the physical copy or you can get the Kindle version, but it's not necessary because everything that's in this and in the Kindle version is what's on the website, okay? So it's just one of those ways that you can coach and begin to coach yourself if you can't afford coaching with me, or you can't afford coaching with anybody. But if you do want to get in touch with me personally, then you can also go to www.christineloveridge.com. Link is in the description, and just pick whichever coaching option works best for you at this current time. I do phone calls now, but the availability is at the moment towards the end of October. So if you want to get in touch with me quicker, the best way is to purchase email coaching with me. So thanks so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.